I'm going to do a little video here on a sale I have going on my Trex 500. This 500 is set up as a flybarless machine right now. Right now I don't have it, it hasn't flown for a while, and so I took the mini V-bar off of it and put it on my 600 back there. So I just bought a full-size V-bar that I'm going to put on the 600, and I'll take the mini off and put it back on the 500 here. So as it sits right now, this helicopter has a Castle power system. It's got an ICE 75 ESC that's rated up to 8S, and it's got a Castle Vertigo motor. It's a 3417, I think. It's 1800 kV, really a powerhouse of a motor. It's got a 13-tooth pinion on it right now. You can also see here in the foreground I have a Castle 3026-1400 that's on the stock Align motor mount. That is sitting with a 16-tooth pinion. Yep, 16-tooth pinion. And it's ready to drop in. So if you wanted to go Scorpion instead of Castle, you could just unscrew 4 bolts, unplug the wires. The connectors are there, they're the same. They're all Castle 4mm bullets. As pinions go, the sale comes with sort of a mixed bag of pinions here, literally a mixed bag. There's some Revco pinions in there, and there's some Align pinions in there, and it's pinioned 12 through 17 with some dupes on some of the pinions, like 15 tooth. I have a few. Moving to the spares box, you've got some of the setup tools, a swash leveler from True Blood. There's also the little bit that screws into the top of the head block so that you can measure your pitch. You put a fly bar inside of it, and then you can use it to get the angle on your pitch. That's in here. There's a spare tail boom case, which is great for when you change torque tube gears and such. Speaking of which, there's 2 sets of torque tube gears. Then there's also, I have an old torque tube here that is great for using to get the, when you do have to change them, you can use this to get the old one out. You put it in there, and then you can punch it out with that. There's 2 main shafts, the flybarless version, 3G, you can see it says on them. There's also a main shaft, I should say a feathering shaft, brand new tail, the plastic one. And then there's tons of miscellaneous stuff in here that all goes with the sale. This is the box that's got all the torque tube gears and tons of hardware and other stuff in it. Canopy grommets. Speaking of canopies, there's 2 canopies that come with it. One is like brand new, the green one. You can see right now it has the Quick UK knurled knobs on it, which are great for mounting and dismounting your canopy, very secure. Next to it is another Fusunu canopy, well used, been in the dirt a few times, got it from a friend who had put it in the dirt himself. Back onto the machine, you can see the KDE head block on there, really nice. I ran it for a while with the Align one, which is in the spares case, and not nearly as secure as this one. It bolts through the hole just like the Align one, but then it also has sort of a clamping system that clamps it onto the shaft. It also incorporates the indexing arms, which they call washout arms, but there's no washout anymore, so they really just keep the phase lined up. And so they're bolted right in there. And this head system here has never been down. I changed it out because I had a tip-over auto rotation on the other one, and it got pretty loose just with the tip-over, and it bent the mixing arm. So I bought new arms here, and I bought the head block because I thought that I actually had it for the 450, and it was so good on there that I bought it for this. This machine has JR 3517 digital metal gear cyclic servos. They're real quick, good torque, awesome for flybarless. And then of course I blinged it out a little with some dynamite red. And this helicopter used to be all red. As you can see, there's still some red in it, but it had like the red lightning bolt canopy on it. So I put the red arms on here and some red wire guard on the servo wires. It also has a carbon fiber. This is the only thing Micro Heli made for the 500 that I liked, was a carbon fiber anti-rotation bracket. Moving down, the frames on this machine are from custom heli parts, really nice. They have the little, they're like blind nuts almost, they're pressed into the frame, so you don't have to put nuts on the back of the servos, which is really sweet. And the servos sit canted. The output shaft is in the same exact spot, but they laid them over and it made room for bigger batteries. I'm including one battery with this helicopter. It's a gift. It is a Thunder Power 2650. I wanted it a fun fly, and no